Wow.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Sorry, you guys. I was like literally on the phone. I'm
You were
quite
literally
busy.
on the phone, huh?
Quite busy over here.
What are you doing? What are you doing over
Not
there?
much.
Not much. All right. I'm going to flip your
So
camera.
what happens about a week and a half before any conference starts?
Mm-hmm.
That's when all the things that are going to go wrong go wrong. And Steve and I call this the what, Steve?
The fucking.
Yes, it's the
We got
fucking.
that from Weta. The guys at Weta told us that's what they call it. Like, for every project, there's going to be one thing that goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
And
It's actually specifically, you know who told us that? It was the guy who built and was the robot in that
Right.
science fiction show. Was
Right.
it Mother?
Mother.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he told
All
us
right.
about the fucking, and he said it always comes. There's always one of them per project.
I don't think you're limited to one, and it's kind of a threshold thing. So we've already had at least one fucking happen.
Yeah, at least.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, well,
Hold
we
on,
had
you
an
guys
epic
go
fucking
faster?
happen.
No, it's not. If you can talk at 1.5 speed, please. That's what the chat wants. If you could just go ahead and do that.
Okay.
No, it's not happening.
All right.
So-
Well, we've had So I'm thinking. I was actually thinking of another fucking.
different fucking.
No, but there's a lot of
First
things.
of all,
that-
just welcome,
I wish they would had-
everybody to the stream. We haven't done this type of stream in a while, and we actually haven't done a stream on Wednesday in a while since
That is correct.
Psycon.
Yeah.
So guys,
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell the two of you guys now a secret
Okay.
that Ian knows.
Right.
But you remember our Friday live streams?
Yes.
Bob,
Certainly.
you remember those?
Vaguely,
Certainly.
yes.
Wait,
But
are you telling the secret?
yeah, I'm going to tell him why. There's no God. Now's the time.
I guess so. We're never gonna. All right. I thought we were keeping that till the grave.
No, I'm going to let them know.
All right, fine.
So for many of those Friday live streams, you guys don't know this, but Evan and I were doing an after show that you guys were completely unaware of.
Really.
Yep. And we were waiting to see how long it took for one of you guys to find out, and you never found out.
Well, how would we find out?
The world's a strange place. Like, I don't know, you could look at one of them. Someone would write, someone would email, but the audience was in on it because we told them don't ever write about it. Let's see how
they
long
never
it takes. Yeah. So you guys never found out, and we just
after Friday.
yeah. So we would stay on for like another 15 minutes or whatever we were in the mood for, and we would keep going.
Mhm.
Now see, you shouldn't have told. Well, whatever, it's fine. We're never gonna do
was
those Friday
involved?
live
Who were the
streams again
regulars?
anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Ian, you
say
love a
never.
good surprise.
I love a good surprise.
Who were the regulars?
It was me and Ian. It was me and Evan and Ian. That's it. It was just the three of us.
It was just like just hanging out. It was like really just the wind down. It
But
was
if
really-
we had a guest, I think we had Andrea stay on with us after.
yeah,
once.
Brian too, I think once maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
and
had-
they never told us.
No,
Those
never told us.
bastards.
Fired.
Secrets out. Sorry, y'all. But don't tell them about the other secret. So just
No,
keep
that's
that
the other one. They
secret.
got to
We'll
really
keep
work
that
hard for that.
to ourselves. Yeah, they'll never figure that one out. Anyway, well, welcome in everybody. The fun is gone. There's no more fun. All right,
We'll
Fun
come
is
up with
over.
something else.
we'll come up with more fun.
Yeah, so we're in full prep mode for the conferences, for the trip. We have. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a
Hands
lot
up
of
in the chat
details.
if you're coming to Australia or New Zealand, or if you're in Australia or New Zealand and you're coming to the Nauticon. Hands up. Put your hands up.
Or if you're in LA and you're coming to the LA
Oh,
show.
good point. LA show. Speaking of which, I just put up, not the LA thing, but the Thursday, there is a offsite meetup on Thursday when we were in Australia in Sydney. And I just put up the location of that offsite meetup from 7 to 11 or something like that. So come hang out.
That's the Thursday in Sydney, right?
In Sydney, correct.
Yeah, that's a cool place. So it's not far from the venue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called Shark Cafe, and the bar inside is called Anti-Bar, A-N-T-E.
Not A-N-T-I.
No. Yeah, and the cool thing about that spot is we have like our own area, and you could have food and drink there, of course, right? It's like that's where I think most of us are going to grab some food afterwards. So yeah, come join us for that. That's a lot of fun.
Do you want to show everybody our 2 new coins?
Oh, the secret.
I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
You have I have them over there.
I don't
Let me
have
grab
mine
them.
handy.
I have to get
Oh,
out.
and if anybody's watching in 2 different places, we're testing a vertical version of the stream on YouTube and a landscape at the same time. So YouTube may be presenting you a vertical version versus landscape. I don't know.
So these 2 coins, one of them is the event coin for the Australia conference.
Correct.
And then the other one is a very special coin. There's a very
hang on.
Okay, I'm talking here.
All right, I got the yeah, so this is the event coin.
Hold on, let me put Steve full screen.
Here we go.
Right in the center. Boom. Australia.
Now flip it to the other side.
Yeah, I got you.
It should be upside down anyway, right? Because it's Australia. Get it?
Nice.
Now
Show us the edge.
The
edge.
That's a smooth edge.
That's my favorite.
That is the event coin.
Yeah.
And then we have a so these will be for sale. And then we have a special coin.
It's not for sale.
That is not for sale. You cannot ever buy this coin. This coin.
Hello from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Oh,
that's our award coin, or a hero coin. You can only get that coin by earning it.
You have to be awarded this coin. You cannot purchase it.
You cannot, unless you see me later and give me $20, and then I'll sneak one. But just kidding.
Ian will not have access to this.
Damn it!
Ian will never get one of those coins.
Damn it!
He'd rather get real money than one of those. If we 1 month see, like Ian, hey man,
instead of money, we're going to give you something very special.
I hope my landlord takes those.
These are non-transferable.
Yeah.
Hey, one month we tried to give him an NFT. He didn't buy that.
Yeah, I was like, I'll think about it. How many award coins do you have?
It's a secret. Can't tell you that.
You'll never know.
We're not going to bring that many to any individual event.
Guys, I got to go. I just found out that one of these swag vendors is shipping the hats to a hotel from 4 years ago. I literally got to go.
Well, all right.
Bye.
We'll see you back if you come back.
Get back in if you can.
That's right.
Okay, goodbye. All right, I'll toggle them off. All right.
That's a minor fucking. Those kind of little things happen all the time. So
yeah,
one person who was going to basically be providing all of the material for one of our events is in the hospital. I won't say more. And so they're out of commission. Obviously, that's the important thing is their health. Yeah. But when you're dealing with so many things and so many people, stuff like that's going to happen.
Yeah. Be flexible.
Yeah.
Especially when we're traveling to different countries. But it'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, and the content creation, that's like, so, Jay's obviously handling logistics. We're both handling swag. Mm-hmm. And, Ian and Jay are handling all the technical stuff. And I'm handling the content for the SGU shows. George Robb is handling the content for the extravaganzas and the fun bits. And a lot of the Nauticon, more fun stuff. So, but we're doing we're going to be recording 4 SGU episodes over 3 weeks, over 2 weeks, It'll be Saturday, then Thursday, Friday, then Saturday, right? So basically it's 2 weeks, 4 shows.
$2.
That is a lot of content to prep.
Yeah. Oh,
Bob only cares about his robots.
wow.
See what I'm dealing with
He's
over here?
prepping. He's a
I care about
prepper.
many things, but this
He's a
is
robot
robots are top
prepper.
10.
Yeah.
I have it right in front of me.
But I don't believe that that's canon, Bob. I don't think that Grogu
Ever
ever
was inside.
did he ever ride in
Oh
an
man,
egg?
you don't remember one of the final episodes of the Mandalorian
Oh,
season?
yeah, I think he
They
did.
couldn't
yeah.
revive Ig, so they turned it into a personal transport. And
Oh yeah, that's right.
I cried because I wanted Ig to be a full-on sentient sidekick, but
Mm,
they had to kill him. God damn it.
now what are you gonna
So-
do? What's your desert island robot, Bob?
Cherry 2000.
Cherry 2000. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Well, shit, man. They might as well take data.
Maybe I didn't. I wasn't
mean-
necessarily advocating
No,
for
Dave-
that, but okay.
Programmed in
I mean,
a wide
I get-
panoply
hey.
of techniques. I think his intelligence and resourcefulness will get us off the island rather than
Yeah, I
having
guess.
sex every day.
Yeah, you do want to stay on the island or leave.
Yeah, build me a ship.
Build me a ship.
Okay.
Have you done any Metal Earth robot builds? What is that?
No.
It's a Metal
Is
Earth
that a
robot?
brand?
Is that yeah?
Metal
is that like
Earth
some
a
sort of
brand?
Metal Earth
Curiosity is peaked.
robot
I've a good robot build.
roboto models?
Fun. I haven't seen any that really
Ooh.
seem to be
Detailed miniature
sweet
figures.
spot.
Oh, those are pretty cool. Yeah, they make 3D metal model kits. So pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. If the design is cool and it's within my reach budget wise, I probably would definitely.
Bob, you should look into 3D printing robots.
Ooh. Bob is too quiet. Hey, Bob, move that mic just closer to you because it's a little quiet.
All right.
Much better. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that would be cool. You guys printed one for you did an SGU robot. It's
Yeah,
just a
yeah, we got it
proof of
somewhere.
concept. Yeah, it's down in your basement. I saw that. That one was fairly decent, but yeah, I should look at some designs that are out there.
That
These
robot
are-
went on a trip around Italy.
Oh crap! All right, I got a phone call for
Oh.
mom. I'll be right back, Steve. It's all
See?
on
All
you,
right, so I
baby,
gotta
but
hold down the
I
show.
I promise. I'll be back. Hello.
And you will be next to the microphone when you come in.
Yeah. I'll-
Bob has a microphone like the one I am wearing,
but
which we bought for him for a very specific reason. Because
can you
Bob
guess?
cannot manage his mic etiquette. It's been 21 years. He cannot do it. He leans back, he turns away.
Yeah.
He has no sense of where the microphone is and that his mouth needs to be in front of it.
Mhm.
So, the headphone mics are great because you put it, you find the perfect spot for it. And there's basically two factors, like how loud are you and can we hear your breathing sounds, right? So you don't want to have it up in your nose or here. You don't want to have it too far away. You find a spot where you sound good and you can't hear your breathing, and then it's there no matter what you do.
True.
It doesn't change.
Mhm.
So the mic quality is not quite as good as the standing mics,
You
but who
can get a
cares?
little bit of breathiness in there if you're breathing too much in it, but there's
It does. Yeah, I mean, I use a little tweak. Yeah, sometimes it
some of
moves
those things.
a little bit, but yeah, just tweak it if I hear it. So if I don't hear it, sometimes I hear it back on the recording when I didn't hear it live, because it's more sensitive. You know what I mean? But then that's only when I'm not talking, right? So that's remarkably easy to remove
Mhm.
in the edit.
Yep. What brand? I think it's a Sennheiser. Didn't we get Sennheisers or something
Mhm.
like that? Or yeah, it's like I forget. Dynamic little microphone. Have you tried putting skulls on his microphone? That might help. Yeah, that would help. Oh, Audio Technica. Never mind. Not Sennheiser. Audio Technica. Something or something. Boop, boop, boop. But it works.
There we go. Yep.
A little dynamic. It sounds good. Good enough. Good enough for funk.
Well, I have a big screen. I'm looking at the right side of my screen and I'm looking at the left side of my screen, right? So that's during a show. I would look that. So if I had a microphone, I would have to constantly be managing it,
Yeah.
which I did fine, but it still
should be a
would vary
robot.
it would still vary the volume
know.
a bit, which I would have to adjust in.
You need a
Post.
robot that follows you, tracks your face
Yeah.
with the microphone.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I was telling everybody about that you have a microphone like this that you refuse to use.
Oh, well,
Well,
I have the entire unit. I've got the unit
Yeah.
here. I've got the headphones, and I tried hooking it up, and it totally screwed my system up and did not work. So I said, "Fuck it. This is working good enough."
all right.
But it
yeah,
isn't.
Like-
That's why we got you the other one.
I know we got to come over.
well,
I
I
got to
mean,
come over one day.
Yeah, we got to get Ian over there to troubleshoot for you.
Yeah,
I'll fix it
because
for
I
you
followed all
Monday.
the instructions. I tried Jay's way of doing it. I tried the internet's way of doing it, and some weird shit happens. Like, I'm not screwing my system up for a 10% improvement. So
Did
I
you
wanted to
update
get
your drivers?
Yeah, man, I did
you
everything.
drive
It
your
was
updaters?
just a weird, kind of little scary interaction. I mean, here's these stupid headphones. So maybe I could just use these.
You don't have to do it right now.
Yeah,
We'll
not
figure
right
it
now,
out.
but maybe I could just use them until that thing gets hooked up properly. But whatever.
So, what are you most excited about in Sydney? Have you guys been to Sydney before? Were you in Sydney too?
Sydney, where? Sydney,
Sydney,
Texas.
yeah, Sydney, Texas. What do you think
Um,
about Sydney, Texas?
Well, seeing friends I haven't seen in many years.
Oh, yeah.
Ron,
Thank
you
you,
know,
Derek.
and lots of people there that I just haven't seen in so long. So that's definitely looking forward to that. But also, I'm looking forward to seeing maybe some bats. Flying foxes would be awesome. But I don't know. First time we went to Sydney, there was thousands of bats filling the night sky every night, which was, I mean,
Magical.
magical.
But will they do that in the winter when we're there in the winter?
Well, yeah, that's a question. But the next time we
Yeah,
went,
they
they were
would.
gone. They were
Oh.
gone.
They
They
chased
kicked them
them
out of
away.
Sydney. They literally.
Oh, they chased
kicked
them out of Sydney. That's right.
I don't know where they went, but since then, have they come
No
back?
bats.
They're probably
No,
not.
no bad.
No,
I know
bad.
it's one of those things. Like tourists love them, but the people who lived in Sydney hated
Sydney,
them,
Nova Scotia.
and they are glad to
Why?
be
Because
rid of them.
the guano everywhere.
I think that was the main problem.
Was it
Yeah,
guano?
I'm sure
I
that's.
could see that being a huge problem, but I could also, if I don't even know, is Sydney got bad like insect issues like with mosquitoes and things? Because I would think if you've got thousands, well, no, they're fruit bats. They're not eating insects. So yeah, they wouldn't even help with the insect
You're
population.
eating all our
Yeah, it
bananas.
says they were causing severe disruption, property damage, and environmental conflicts.
But other than that,
What does that mean?
yeah, that sounds dramatic. So
yeah,
I totally
it
get
sounds like we hate
That's
these
sad,
bats.
man.
I mean, have you ever been to
Yeah.
Austin where they have the bats under the bridge? It's
No,
pretty
but
cool.
I've seen video and that.
Very cool.
Oh, like a million, like it's a
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 million bats.
It's
like
epic.
A gargantuan community. I would.
What
love to see
is
that.
guano? Isn't that
Bat
bat poop? Yeah. Isn't
That's
that what's what do they use guano for? Isn't that like valuable? to some
ammonia.
degree? Oh, ammonia.
Ammonia. What's this from? Sergeant Bat Guano, if that is your real name.
Sergeant
Whoa.
Bat Guano. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is Ace Ventura, but I don't think that's what it was.
Nope.
Sergeant Bat Guano.
That's not even.
Come on,
Is that
chat.
chat?
Memory.
Come on, you're all cuspers.
These guys failed.
You're boomer
guys got
/ Gen
saved.
Xers in the chat / millennials. Bat poop. Mascara? It's not mascara. I don't use guano as mascara. I mean, I don't know. Like maybe you could. I probably would avoid it.
It's good for
Christchurch is
fertilizer.
magical at the moment. Okay. Well, we're going to Christchurch, aren't we?
We are going to Christchurch.
Yeah, that's like the last stop.
Come on, nobody. Doctor Strangelove. That's correct.
All right.
I gotta see that because I've not seen that in so long.
Colonel Bat Guano.
I think it was Sergeant.
Real name.
whatever.
Just
Sergeant?
whatever.
Sergeant?
Steve,
Naked gun.
Steve, you
Lip
recognize this,
balm.
I assume.
Okay. Y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is 3D printed.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
This is from one of my
That's a
favorite
good-
episodes of Johnny Quest from the 60s or.
Oh, it was
70s.
used to make mascara? Guano was used to make mascara?
Yeah, fertilizer goes
Crazy.
ammonia.
Oh, right.
I mean, you can get overwhelmed with the ammonia, smell in the atmosphere if you go into a bat cave. Like you have to wear a mask. You can't.
Oh, it will
kill
would,
you.
Like kill you.
kill
The
you.
internet says otherwise. It says guano was not. It's an urban legend because it was. The rumor is a simple linguistic confusion between guano and guanine rather, like the
No,
GUANINE.
the fumes. It's not like a little bit is going to kill you, but when you're in a cage that's filled, like on the floor everywhere, type of thing, the gases that are produced, I thought would overwhelm.
So it's
person.
bat guano was
I
rich in
haven't done a deep
nitrogen, which
dive.
breaks down into ammonia, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a lot of it in a cave over time, you get a very high ammonia content.
Yeah.
Absolutely, which
That would probably knock
is
you out.
is strong and pungent and could be potentially dangerous.
Mm.
Yeah.
That can even happen if you have
Crystal.
a lot of bats like living in your attic. So there was
really?
this is a friend of a friend story, but whatever. It's somebody that my wife knows. She works with a work colleague of my wife. When they moved to Connecticut, they bought an existing house,
a bat cave.
and so well, one day they're in bed and they thought they heard something scratching under the bed. So the husband looks under the bed and sees like 3 bats hanging down underneath the bed.
That's a bad sign.
Wow, how cool is that?
So they tried to track down. Like I think they tried to scare the bats away. Then they, were investigating the house to see how the bats got in and where they came from. They went up to the attic for the first time.
Well, that's not a good.
And
you bought a house without looking at the attic?
There were hundreds of bats in there, hundreds. It was, basically it was a bat cave. And then so they had to get some guy, the bat guy, right? Whatever.
I know
somebody to get rid of them. And he said, "Yep, here's your problem." They were using the attic space as a waypoint. And so, but that means that at any given time there could be hundreds of bats there. So
on the way to
between
wherever.
point A and point B, whatever.
Yeah, okay. Point A.5. That's why Batman wore a mask. I guess that's a fair point. Yeah, it was very stinky.
Yeah, they gloss over the whole ammonia thing in the bat cave.
Yeah. Alfred's not there. He's just a figment of his imagination.
Dealt with it.
Yeah, right. No, Alfred's constantly cleaning up bat.
That's true too. Poor Alfred. But I fear rabies. I know. I thought I saw a story about a pet bat that just bit a little girl and she got rabies, but she got the vaccine real quick. So, but that's crazy.
Well, to be fair, I mean, you're more likely to get rabies from like a dog or a cow, but I mean, the dog doesn't mean that much considering, you could, you're close proximity to a dog's much more than bats, but it's a common fear that, I mean,
everything else has rabies.
Sure, it's possible, but I don't think it's,
Maybe just stay away from wild animals. Let them be wild.
Yeah, if they're getting close to
you'd be like, all right, bye-bye. All right. So what else do you guys have to get prepped for the trip? Are you all packed up?
No.
Yeah. I'm packing right now because with all the children.
I've packed some of the swag.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that kind of packing is,
I think I've done all the swag except for a couple of things, but it's mostly done. Some of our t-shirts are going to be sent to LA, so I will pick them up there. So I just need to get confirmation that they are there. And I haven't packed up my personal stuff yet, but that's like 20 minutes. That doesn't take me a long time to do that. I've had to figure out how to sell swag in Australia and New Zealand, which was quite the task.
Right. 2 different apps.
Yeah, basically. So I have to use. So we have 3 different apps that we can use. So cash is obviously always acceptable, but the thing is, all of the stuff we do in America, like you can't use internationally. So you can use PayPal, but only in USD, not in Australia or New Zealand dollars. If you want to like use your credit card or pay in your local currency, then you have to use Wise, which is like an international version of Venmo, or Stripe. But for Stripe, you basically have to like make an online purchase, and then we just deliver the goods to you over the table, basically. But you're not there's no tap and pay at the event. You have to basically do an online purchase. So, but we figured it out. So I had to make all those price lists. I had to make all those payment methods and all the QR codes and everything. Those are all printed, laminated, and packed. I have to get 3 shows in the can before we leave. Right. So we got a show. We're going to record a show tomorrow. That is the last show, like in studio show that we're doing
terrestrial
for a month. Yeah, for a month. I have actually.
So you got 2 in can.
I have
already?
3. I've already got 3 shows in the can. But we are recording the ads for them tomorrow, so they'll have to do the ad, no ad versions of them. And then I have to wait until I post this week's show up before I can post these shows up, because they have to be in chronological order, right? It can't handle doing them out of sequence. Does that make sense?
That's
Hello.
So so once this week's show is up, then I'll have a week
Mm-hmm.
to finish off and post up those 3 episodes. And then
wait. So why don't you have the same problem with the other 3? Why can't you just do them?
What other 3?
Do them now. You said it has to be sequentially, right? So you said you need to wait for this one to be posted before you could do the other 3. Well, wouldn't you be in that same situation for the second of the 3 and the third of the 3?
As long as they're in order, it's fine. I just can't go out of order. I can, post them ahead of time. It numbers them sequentially, right? So I have to post them in order. But I can post 3 episodes in a row, dated out, you know what I mean, for the 3 weeks. I just couldn't do that until this show was posted.
It's complete.
Was actually posted, had its number, was in the sequence. And I can't do that until we've recorded the show, which we're doing tomorrow.
Okay.
So there may have been a workaround, but it wasn't necessary. The show will be up tomorrow. I'll have a week to get the other 3 shows loaded up. Then we'll have a month of shows posted and ready to go. And then we're going to record 4 shows there. Ian, we need to figure out a good way. Like once we record the shows, I need to get the audio for each show as we do it.
I mean, usually, we get, this is a little behind the scenes everybody's very interested in, but I usually upload it to Google Drive, but I could just give it to you.
Which
I
we
could
should
separate out individual ones, just give you the WAV files so you could have it on your computer. Because you're going to edit on your laptop, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have my laptop. So we could do both. Just post it up somewhere, but also just give it to me. After each show, give it to me on a USB drive. I'll put it on my laptop.
Yeah.
And so I'll have it. Plus, I want to listen to it so we can see what the audio quality is, make sure everything's working fine.
Yeah. I mean, part of the difference, just to prep people, we don't have all the same mics that we normally travel with, the SM7Bs, just because they're heavy and we won't be able to bring them to Australia. And also New Zealand has some crazy restrictions when you're
15-pound limit in the overhead. For overhead luggage.
So they weigh your overhead luggage.
The cases that we use are what, 12 pounds?
They're like 13 pounds.
No, I think Jay said they were actually over, like 17 pounds. They are over empty.
Well,
the
lightest one we have, I think you're right, it is 13, but most of the big ones are 17.
The big ones are 17, the small ones 13.
Something like that.
And the 15, because they're basically useless. So
you can't bring any gear. I know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Or you have to check it.
Right.
Which is like, here's thousands of dollars worth of delicate, sensitive gear in the hands of those, those
we can rent
who handle your luggage.
You can rent mics, you're right, except we tried that and nobody has any SM7Bs. We were like, can you get some SM7Bs? They're like, no, we have beta 58 or 58s, like normal 58s.
It's easy to rent shitty mics.
It's
hard to rent.
Shitty mics are easy.
Mics. So shitty mics are great.
Yeah, Joanne, if you have SM7Bs and we need like 8 of them, the problem was they had like 2 of them. And I was like, well, I was like, what, do you not have podcasts in Australia? Just strap it all to Ian. Funny you say that. We actually bought these tech vests last time we went down. And I wore my laptop. I wore all the batteries. So they don't weigh me. So they won't weigh us. So I was like 40 pounds heavier with all the stuff. And then they ended up not weighing my carry-on that time. But that's hit or miss, I think.
Oh yeah, and when they do weigh it and you're over, you're
over, then you're screwed. Then what are you gonna do?
We're leaving stuff in Australia as we go to New Zealand.
We're leaving stuff in Australia.
What stuff are we leaving in Australia?
A lot of the gear. We're supposed to leave a lot of the gear there.
I see. We're going to leave the gear in Australia and then pick it up on our way back through Australia.
Yeah.
Got you.
Right.
And so we're just renting stuff in Christchurch.
Yeah, and bringing whatever we can that's light,
That's why we're bringing the light microphones.
Correct.
Yeah, that I had to weigh yesterday.
Where are we leaving the gear?
Just leave it on this.
Probably Iran. Yes, we're going. Some guy will probably look after it. The Australians are trustworthy.
So can we leave other stuff?
The 58s are fine. The beta 58s are better, but like it's the SM7Bs are just like they have much more rejection. They sound like podcast mics. The SM58s are a little too like live sounding, so we get too much room noise. In other words, so that's why. I'm a little like hesitant. So it will sound different than our normal podcast. Anyway, we're getting in the weeds of audio file.
But this is the stuff that we're obsessed with the week before we're going on.
I know. It's like it's all this little stuff, and like
it's like we didn't find out that long ago that we cannot bring the equipment on to New Zealand, right?
I know.
This
we
is
were hopeful, and then we were like, nope.
We lied about the funkening. There's like 12 funkenings, and there's no. I mean, some are bigger than others, but
there's no one fuckening. Yes, big fuckening, little fuckening.
Things are happening.
Medium.
Like Jay, like we're sending the T-shirts to the wrong location. Okay.
Yeah, that's a little fuckening. Surprisingly.
I ordered something online, and so 99% of the time it's fine, right? You know, if I go into Amazon, it remembers my Amazon shipping addresses. I just have to make sure I check it, you know, because it can go to Jay versus me or whatever. But I ordered something online, and it auto-filled the shipping address, and I didn't notice that it was going to a friend of mine, you know, Brian Trent. And I had no memory as to why his address is somewhere in my computer and why this website chose to pull that address up as the default shipping address.
I gotta blame Jay on that one.
So I had to tell him.
Classic Jay.
I had to tell you, you're gonna get this very expensive piece of equipment delivered to you. That's mine. Just we'll just give it to me next time we're in the same place. And that's the thing, is like immediately, like, because like I hit the purchase button, complete the order, and then it tells you, because it like when the page that has the complete order and it didn't have the shipping address displayed. Right?
Oh my God.
So it's bad. It was bad design. So I click it, and then it says, "Okay, here's your order," and then I see the shipping address. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it going there? And then I immediately tried to change. Like, you can't change the shipping address. Yeah, too late.
That's poor design.
It was absolutely. I definitely blame the web design for that. That was crazy. I must have sent him a gift or something 10 years ago and forgot about it, but somehow
it's cached still, that long.
Yeah, still cached somewhere. So I don't know what the hell.
Oh well.
That's the world we live in, folks.
That's the world. It's the world. Anything else happening in the world that we need to discuss? Probably not. It's probably everything's
Mitch
fine.
McConnell is thriving and doing well.
He's very, very healthy, bounced back. There were some AI photos going around. I don't know if you saw of like him holding the newspaper. We did post a political reality podcast episode, not podcast episode, but there's a little shorty. It's out. People were like, "Oh, they came out of break to record this." We're currently recording the next season, if you're wondering. So, like,
yes, we're recording season 2, but we are putting up extra bonus, or what I call interstitial content between the 2 seasons. Yes. And we are trying to put out more time sensitive, like in the news kind of content. So we put out an episode on. All right, how do you navigate medical claims about political people or celebrities or whatever as they are presented in the news? So, you know, Andrea was reading me what the news articles she was reading was saying, and I was giving my medical interpretation, most of which was, they don't know what they're talking about. I have no idea what's going on based upon that information. And you should not jump to any conclusions, basically.
Yeah.
And then what was the second one? Oh, the second one we put out was about Graham Plattner.
Well, we didn't put it out yet. It's recorded. I mean,
okay, that'll be next week.
What a cluster,
yeah, what a fuck. That's a huge fucking.
He's done, man.
Yeah, it seems like he's gonna drop out today. They said.
Yeah, he's done.
Record a video. I mean, he's got to be. Let's fucking get him out of here.
That's such a
Luckily, it's a good.
Man.
I mean, it's not a good time, but it's the best time other than 6 months ago or a year ago.
Well, his timeline, he had to either stay or
he should have he should have made this decision a month ago.
Yeah, I should have made it a year ago. Fucking.
Well, yeah, a year ago. But I mean, you know, before the actual primary, when this was all building, and he knew he had to know there was other shit to come out, right? And he didn't really nail down. He didn't really have a great answer for everything. He just should have said, all right, listen, I haven't been properly vetted. I'm vulnerable. I just should back out and let the party choose somebody without this baggage. Instead, it was hubris. He stuck with it. And what everyone knew, everyone who like is objective knew what was going to happen has happened. Because you know the good stuff doesn't come out until after the primary, right? So here we are. At least it was before the deadline. So the Democrats will have 2 weeks basically to figure out who's going to take his place. But we were really talking about just how much should this kind of thing matter to voters? Right? So if you have a candidate who, let's say, I broke it down into 3. There's really 4, but let's say there's 3 characteristics. Their ethics and morality, competence, and their ideological alignment. I think most people vote, and ideological alignment is actually complex. It's most people vote for a party as a stand-in for ideological alignment. And they'll vote for people who are members of their party, assuming that means they'll vote the way I want them to.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even when they don't, or they won't. But let's say you know what the way they're going to vote. So most people vote based upon ideology, and over the last 20, 30 years, considerations of competence and morality have gone down. And that is a predictable manifestation of political polarization, right? Everyone rallies around their team, and you accept more and more, lower standards from your side, as long as they're, on your side. And I think that's a mistake. That's bad for democracy. It's bad for us. It's bad politics. It's bad government. We should have there should at least be a floor. Should at least be a floor of morality and character, whatever, the whole character thing, and competence, which includes experience, and that you shouldn't go below.
It's bad when the
kind of shit happens.
Yeah, it's bad when the quote unquote other side seems to not give a single F about ethics.
But that's the race to the bottom, right?
I know.
They're doing it so everyone cheats, so I cheat, or whatever. Like that kind of rationalization never really works.
Yeah, no, it's not good. But
you're still. And again, I think it's also bad politics even for your side, and this is a good example of that.
Yeah, you got to have vetting. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you can't have somebody. He won off of social media. Basically, he was like, clearly there's a calling for that type of populist sentiment, but you can't just have some schmuck who has never done anything.
They fast-tracked the vetting.
Yeah.
And then it bit them in
Somebody
the ass.
said this, and they said it better than I did, but they were like, in America, you have 2 options. You vote for your rapist or you vote for a child rapist. And that's like the only 2 options. Like, that's like hyperbolic and it's being, goofy, but it's like, it's kind of screwed up.
We have both kinds.
Country and Western.
That's the justification I've heard from a lot of people. It's like, all right, yes, he's a flawed candidate. Yeah, I do not like this stuff. But am I going to vote for somebody who has some sketchy, stuff with women in the past, or somebody who supports someone who is actively, somebody who assaults women and et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, I get it. It's a dilemma. It's a bad dilemma to have. And when you get to the general election, I could kind of understand why you would justify that pick. But when we're in the nominating situation, you can't use that.
You got it. Come on. You got it. Yeah.
You have other choices. And then I've heard from a lot of women basically going like, again, we're being asked to look the other way from some guy who's abusing women. Can we please just fucking stop? And my sympathies are more with them than anything else, because really we're gonna again, because I feel like we should have very high character standards for people that we're going to hand the reins of power and who are asking us to give them the power to be our representatives in government. If they can't have their shit together, they don't deserve that trust. They don't deserve that power. And I think people also convince themselves that you can separate out character and policy. But that's an illusion. You cannot do it. Or you can separate out competence and policy, but you cannot do it. I think Trump is a great example of that. People thought that they were going to get whatever, lower prices for eggs and control the border and whatever from Trump. And it's like, but then we'll have to just, just bear, his low character. I don't like his low character, but we'll accept that as long as he delivers for us on policy. But those 2 things are tied. So what are we getting from him? A bunch of narcissistic, low character bullshit policy that doesn't work, and his legacy is not going to be a good one.
I'm not even sure it's strong ideology either. It's just rhetoric.
It's not. It's not even classic conservative ideology. But the other thing is, it's that because he's basically had no experience, I think he's basically incompetent. He's completely ignorant. He doesn't understand history or the government or whatever. He's basically, his only skill set is that of a con man. And he's a narcissist, crybaby with no character and no morality whatsoever. Because of that,
what do you really feel, though?
He's not passing any laws. Like there's no legislation being done. He wants to do everything through executive order, which can literally be erased on day one of the next president. And so he's taking the easy road. And he's doing a lot of damage. I'm not going to say all of the damage he's doing is going to be undone in a day.
Right. That's what.
But certainly all of his executive orders can literally be undone in a day. And he's not passing any enduring legislation because that's too much work, and he doesn't want to compromise. He doesn't want to do the kind of things you have to do to get major legislation passed.
But have you seen the blue reflecting pool? I mean, come on, pretty good. Just kidding.
I mean, I will give him credit for cleaning up Washington in some ways. I mean, that's what somebody said. Hey, this is real estate. That's what he knows. He's doing what he knows, and what you know what I mean. He's always like maintaining some of the real estate in Washington D.C. And you have to admit it was neglected for far too long. I don't know why. It was neglected in his first term too. Whatever, but it was a.
What do you mean? What was maintaining? Real estate?
Maintaining the monuments and everything. In Washington, the monuments, there's a lot of graffiti, a lot of the fountains didn't work, a lot of there was crumbling infrastructure, and it was deferred maintenance through many, many administrations. So now he's doing all the deferred maintenance, but he's doing it in the wrong way too. He's doing it through no bid contracts. He's doing it without corners and stuff. He's cutting corners. It's superficial. Some of it's good. I mean, sure, they cleaned up the graffiti. Great. The fountains are working that weren't working. That's great. I'm not going to take away from that, but it's such a small thing, and even that he's not doing well, but you got to give the devil they do, as they say. It is true that Washington infrastructure has been neglected for many decades, and that's bad. Anyway,
that aside,
let's cover something more important. Steve, somebody mentioned the last update for AQ6 was 2 months ago, and I just verified that. The last update was the passengers review.
Are we out of content?
No, we have a couple.
No.
Jay just hasn't gone around to post them. We're going to have to... I don't know. We'll try to schedule some before.
I had no idea.
We've been recording content.
We have a lot.
Rob and I just recorded one. All right, we got to get that shit up.
Rob has a couple that he gave us. So Jay's just been busy. I'll try to maybe jump on it instead of Jay doing it. Right. He usually posts that.
Yeah, but if we can get one up this week.
Yeah, at least, and maybe I can just schedule all of them out.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, for the ones that we have, definitely. Let's just get them scheduled.
That way, while we're gone in Australia, you'll have those to look forward to. We're going to try to do some videos down there, maybe even some streaming. I'm trying to bring my little
we should do some
streaming rig. Not necessarily of the conference, but we'll get some stuff. We'll get some content out of there. See if there's anything you guys think we should do or see in Sydney. We don't have a ton of time, unfortunately. We have a lot of just go for the conference. But if there's anything food-wise, especially if you're like, hey, definitely go here in Sydney. Dumpling houses of any sort. Right?
Dumpling.
Bob likes the dumplings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Dumpling house.
Where in Oz? So was supposed to be NZ? NZ. As
NZ.
Jay, I think so. New Zealand. In Sydney, we're gonna where Nauticon is. I think we're okay there. Both of them we have I think 58 beta 58s. I gotta triple check. And then in Christchurch is the main conference when we're down there. Australia and Sydney. Sorry. Banh mi. Oh yeah, banh mi's would be good. I love a banh mi. I mean, I eat a vegetarian one, but still, yum cha. I mean, that would be good. Have a little dim sum situation, in like a dim sum night with everybody in Sydney. That'd be a fun idea.
Botanical Garden in Christchurch. We did that.
Did we do that? Oh yeah, we did that.
I remember. Yeah, I saw they had an area with carnivorous plants that I didn't even know existed. It was so cool.
Also, I'm bringing my children's, so it's going to be wacky with those little goofballs. So hopefully, so if you have recommendations, also my wife and Jay's wife and everybody and their kids will go hang out. Aloha. Are you saying good hello or goodbye? Or are you saying I should get a shirt, an aloha shirt? One of the three potential uses of that word.
Apparently, scientists have measured the shortest unit of time, a
A
zeptosecond.
zeptosecond.
1/1,000,000,000 of a billionth of a second. I may need.
Bob, are you still going to travel with us, or are you not traveling with us?
Huh?
Are you time traveling with us? Yes, Bob will be there.
Oh, somebody asked.
Yeah, I said Bob.
Yes, I will be there.
I have a feeling they were.
Yeah, I figured.
I have a feeling there was somebody else.
Yeah, you know, I had a.
You're coming with your little one? We can
Had
do a
to
play
let you
date.
know.
Hooray! Cute. Yeah, I don't know how much they're going to want to be in the conference. No offense, but but they don't want to see daddy's ticking around on the technology.
I am traveling sans family.
Sans family. I know. Well, other than Bob and Jay, I guess technically they count.
I mean, my what do you call it? Nuclear family.
Bob's
no wife, no kids.
The people he really cares for.
No, Bob. I'll be there as a bachelor. Bob will be there as a bachelor. George will be there as a bachelor.
Hello.
Right, Liz is not coming.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, there's multiple ways to interpret that.
Well, I just mean you're there without your wife.
Solo, yeah. Doesn't mean what happens in Australia.
So it'll be me, you, and George will be there without, are the only ones who will be there without.
They're bunking up together.
Or family.
They have a triple bed or a king bed, and they're all together.
Zeptodecibels.
What the heck? Fake bookshelf? No, they're just very thin books.
That is a fake bookshelf. So I have that for a specific reason, because this is the room I used when I was doing patient care, right? Telehealth. And so I needed to always be able to cover things up, So that's a mobile barrier. I had something in the office that I said, I just need to plug that up. But even when I don't, that closet is, it's a white closet doors, reflects a lot of light at certain times of day, and it would sort of wash out, which you can kind of see how washed out I get if I get too much light. So I needed that for light control as well. I needed sometimes just a dark unit to block things that were reflecting too much light. Got a problem with that?
You got a problem with it? You could have done telehealth in the big green screen room. That would have been funny.
No, it's not.
A chart on the wall, just like you're pointing at.
A fake
weather map.
Office.
Yeah, people running back and forth hospital. All right, let's see what else we got. So yeah, there's still tickets to the LA show. If you guys know about the LA 5-hour. I mean, it's a 4-hour.
It's like a mini conference, like a one-day mini conference.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, so we're going to do a 2-hour live show. And Brian Wecht and Andrea Jones-Roy will be joining us for that. And that's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing, because of that show is not going to air for a while, right? So it has to be what we call evergreen. Remember, I said that to somebody, like, what does that mean? And it just means that the content is not that timely. It's not that timely. Yeah.
You're not familiar with evergreen trees? I guess that's not a popular tree anymore.
And then, so we have to come up with evergreen. So instead of news items, we're each going to prep a segment called "Whatever Happened To." This actually came out of an idea that Brian came up with, and
I like it.
So essentially, we're saying we pick a news item from, or a phenomenon or something that people were talking about 5, 10, 15 years ago, but it just sort of fell off the radar. It's like, whatever happened to this? And because I think Brian said, I want to talk about whatever happened to string theory.
Oh,
because he's a physicist. And so I said, let's all do that. Let's all come up with something that 20 years ago was all the rage, and now it's off the radar, and say, whatever happened to this thing, So that's going to be the chunk of that. So then there'll be an hour for lunch, where we'll probably also do some book signing, pictures, stuff in that time as well. And then we're going to have 2 hours of mayhem and madness. This is just going to be, so we couldn't book a separate venue for a couple of reasons, because it's LA, but two, because we have a flight to catch to Sydney that evening. So instead of doing a separate ticketed extravaganza, we said let's just do like kind of it's a mini extravaganza, but there are bits that are extravaganza like, but there's other bits that we kind of typically do in our expanded private shows. So it'll be basically 2 hours of audience participation, fun, interesting, educational, skeptical, entertaining stuff. Yeah, so this is 5 hours of SGU time, so that should be a lot of fun.
You will have fun. So yeah, get those tickets on theskepticsguide.org/events, or you can check it out on the events link. If you want to come see us in LA before we take this 16-hour trip to Sydney, which shouldn't be that bad. I mean, it's fine.
We've done it.
I'm dreading it.
Yeah.
We've done it, but the last time I did it, I was freaking miserable.
Yeah.
So
did we do New Zealand Air last time, or did we?
Yeah, I think so.
The only good thing about that is I had
that was at that last leg from Christchurch to, I think it was Wellington to LA, right? We did Christchurch to Wellington and then Wellington to LA. Or Auckland. It was Auckland. That last leg from Auckland to LA was miserable because I just didn't have enough space to stretch my legs.
Yeah.
So this time around, I basically upgraded myself to Comfort Plus, which gives you like 2 more inches of knee room.
Well, we all got that, right? You, me, and Jay.
Yeah. Well, the 3 of us paid to have it upgraded to that. Everyone. So basically, we just we're all the costs are shared among everybody. So it's like we'll collectively pay for everyone's flights, but if you want to upgrade to nicer seats, go right ahead. But I couldn't do another flight without at least that extra 2 inches of room for my legs.
Yeah, the problem is though, if you go up the next notch, then you're talking literally like $700 for the next.
Oh yeah, at least.
No,
it's like thousands of dollars.
No, it's thousands of dollars. Bob.
Yeah,
I saw one for $700. For
that might just be the Comfort Plus.
But I think the 700 gets you a better
slightly
recline. Like
it's another incremental thing that I didn't think was worth it. But if you want to get like the lay flat sleeping kind of thing, that's thousands.
Like $7,000. It's like crazy.
Someone asked, how are my glowing petunias going? They're dead. I mean, they lasted for one season. They didn't last the winter. They were pretty though. I love them.
Yeah, petunias are pretty. So what else do you guys got to prep before you?
Oh my God!
Fly away.
We got so many news items and things to cover. So I'm doing research on breakthrough star shot. I'm talking about that. I'm doing a talk on the genome for the other special show we're doing. I'm also practicing my nunchucks.
Nunchaku, hence the name.
I've bought 6 nunchucks in the past week, trying to find the best.
I happen to have some right here.
What I need to do.
Bamboo ones. Very good.
I made these. These are
still hurt.
Bamboo.
So for the Nauticon, we have a bit we call SG University, right? And where we each do like a 20-minute talk on something quirky. So the first time I did how to do a neurological exam. The second time I did how to enrich your life with the wonders of birding. And so for this one, I'm going to give the audience a choice. They could choose the neurological exam or the birding one, or a new one that this is something else I have to do. I haven't done this yet, mainly because it's been raining for the last week and I need to be outside to take some pictures. And that is how to build stuff with bamboo, which is, it's kind of an artsy crafty thing, but it's more about you shouldn't be intimidated by working with your hands and building stuff. It's actually a lot easier than you may think. But I have no idea what the audience is going to want to hear about. So I have to have all 3 prepped and ready to go.
Yeah, for me this time, in the past I've done 2 other SG universities, and I did Halloween themed crafting, which was a lot of fun. Couldn't do that this time because I can't like bring a skeleton with me, or whatever. So I'm doing the nunchuck demo, but I'm giving them a choice too, Steve. I could demo 1 nunchuck or 2 at a time.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm lying. I'm going to do
You gotta
both.
do both.
I'll do both.
Yeah.
I'll do a quick demo of both, and then I'll bring a couple of people on stage and try to teach them some basic moves. And it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. I just hope. I'm looking at these guys do nunchucks on Facebook, and because now, of course, Facebook Reels is giving me almost exclusively nunchuck videos, and it's fine. But after this trip, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm done with the nunchucks. I don't need to see so many of them. But some of these guys are so good with the the real crazy stuff that's doesn't have any real it doesn't have any real efficacy, but it just looks fantastic. Lots of spinning and things. I can't even come close to doing a lot of that stuff. But I'm gonna try to learn a couple of new tricks and demo that as well. But that's gonna be a fun segment for sure.
Huzzah. Okay.
Anything else happening in the world?
I don't know. I didn't. Sorry, chat. I didn't prep as much as I usually do on the Wednesdays to show these guys some stuff. We have so much going on before the trip. Did you guys get your visas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Sydney. I
good.
got
I was like-
Sydney and New Zealand visa.
and
There's
I
so
was
many
worried for a
things.
second, and then it came back within an hour. That I was like,
Oh,
all
man.
right, you're good. And I was like,
Oh,
okay.
at our last meeting, we're like, guys, you got to upload your visa status to the when for the plane, like for
Yeah.
flying Delta, and they say you have to give us a picture of your passport, and you have to check the box saying you have a visa, for the destination. And somebody, I won't say who they were, said hadn't even gotten the visas yet. Like it's not that they just didn't check the box. It's like, all right, we're 2 weeks out. It could theoretically take longer than that to get your visa.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nobody's taken more than 2 weeks. But if something
Right.
goes
It's
wrong,
like there's no
It's a-
buffer. Like there's no room for error now.
it's a deal breaker. I mean,
They're
not
not
going
gonna let you board the
You're not going to
plane.
get in.
Yeah.
Where that would
Yeah.
be the ultimate fucking if
That would be.
yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Like
full fucking-
see in a few days when you resolve this, if you resolve it, that would have been, yeah, that would be a true fucking right there, man. Yeah. Yeah. I've checked all the boxes, and I'm still
Yeah.
nervous. Like, holy
It says
crap,
verified on mine, and I'm like,
I know. I got them on the apps. The apps say that I have the visa, so hopefully nothing will go wrong. But there are so many points of failure in a trip like this, and with
it's a lot.
dire consequences.
And how many people are in our
18 or something? It's a lot.
18 people? That's
Remember the old days when you could just walk into the airport and get on a flight? Give me a flight to the next, well, whatever.
Yeah, they actually going up to a counter and buying a ticket and then getting on a plane.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I've never, I don't even really remember that. I mean, I must have done that when I was a kid, but I don't really remember it. Oh gosh. All right, let's see. We got any questions in the live stream question chat on Discord, or anybody that wants to ask some questions before we skedaddle? We got a bunch more stuff we got to get prepped. I don't know if we're gonna do a live stream next week, BT Dubs. That's like
We're not.
a couple of days before.
Day
Yeah,
before.
we're not even gonna
We're not.
record PR or AQ6. So
No, next week is clear. We're not doing any content. We're not even doing a podcast. I have one to put up that week.
That's right.
Tomorrow
will be the last content we produce before leaving. And but we will try to do some while we are in Australia.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes out for that. Ian will
and also look to AQ6 for
I'm gonna talk to Jay about that. Whatever he's started on, probably not anything. I'll just do it. Was the dress white and gold or black and blue? Yes, you're right. Yes,
both.
It's all perception based.
Yeah,
we've done those those illusions where you just drag the color and it's like, oh, it's the same color technically, but it's all the things relative to it, right? Like
what's it next to what the lighting is like. I did one where it showed a chessboard with the squares, and part of the chessboard was in shadow. And the dark, the light ones in the shadow were the same color as the dark ones in the light, I think. And I would literally take the square, cut it out, and move it over, and show you that it's the exact color.
Yeah.
Yeah, that blows your
brain.
mind when you see that for the first time. So in New Zealand, we're
Yeah.
actually flying into Auckland.
Oh yeah.
We're going to have 4 or 5 days of sort of vacation fun stuff. Then we're driving down to Wellington. Then we'll fly from Wellington to Christchurch, and then it's
Yeah.
work. Yep.
We're gonna go to. Are we telling people that we're gonna go to the place?
I don't know. Yeah.
All right, we won't say it. Maybe there may or may not be a stream from that location that we're going to. There's some fun stuff in New Zealand that we're gonna hopefully do.
Oh, we got to do that,
Yeah.
man.
I'm trying. Yeah. Either way, I'll try to
stream,
record
that's
it. But
it.
if I can't stream it, I'm gonna bring all my internet connection devices. But we'll see if any of those work. Are you going to record or share any of the Nauticon events or just the podcast recordings? Usually just the podcast recording, maybe BVZ. If I can get the internet to cooperate with that, I'll stream that just for fun. But usually we don't really record those. I mean, I'll record them for posterity, but I don't, I'm running the show. I don't really have the ability to focus on the recording at the same time too much. I just kind of set up the cameras and I'm like, okay. But maybe.
How cool is this Enterprise?
But a better thing is
wasn't that
the
alternate future Enterprise that
the
series finale? Yeah,
series finale.
It's like did Warp 13.
So I'm not sure.
Warp 1.21.
It gives you a more intense warp field, Bob.
No. According to some of the canon I have read, that you need 2 to have a balanced warp field, and a 3 or 1 would kind of mess that up. But whatever.
But the warp canon in Star Trek is bullshit because it's internally inconsistent, right?
Yes.
And translating warp into actual speed, like how many times the speed of light are you going? They never really nail it down, and
it depends on the
they
plot.
completely contradict each other, episode to episode, series to series. It's just an absolute mess.
It's whopper.
They should have nailed down at the beginning and just used it consistently. Or, like when you went to the Next Generation and they said, okay, here's some technical canon that was unresolved from the first episode, from the original series. Let's nail it down and make it canon forever going forward. And they just fucking didn't do that. It was just a mess the whole time, right? And in
warp speed
Star
was
Trek Voyager, Warp 10 was the absolute limit, and it was basically infinity, right? Speed, and yet in Picard they're going warp 13. It's like what is? They're clearly 2 different systems.
Double infinite.
Right. Well, when they went that fast, they actually went to. It was like an alternate reality where thoughts create reality, right? So that wasn't really space time; it was space time mind, kind of thing. So that's an extra layer of just craziness that they added with that. But yeah, I mean, whatever, that's fine. Just whatever within reason, it's okay.
No, it's not okay, Bob.
Little ones. I mean, it's inevitable. And I love that this ship is really cool. I mean, if I had to pick a variant of Enterprise D, I'd take this one because it just looks too.
Here's another thing.
Awesome,
so
man.
At times, I get these questions. I was watching the whole series, and I just said, I just see if I could find what the answer is to some question that is never really directly addressed. What percentage of the crew on, say, the Enterprise, either the regular one or the Enterprise D, are not Starfleet officers?
Yeah, because O'Brien was non.
O'Brien was a chief petty officer, although his uniform did not, was inconsistent.
Right.
They couldn't even get his rank correct. They couldn't even be internally consistent. There's no answer. There's no answer to it. But if you just extrapolate to a reasonable answer, probably 3/4 of the crew were not officers, right? Were either petty officers or chief petty officers or whatever. And yet in the background, it's almost entirely officers, right? I mean, you're walking around the ship. Where are all of the non-officers that should be on? Occasionally you see the guys in the non-uniforms, you know what I mean? Like the engineering guys with the
they're in the lower deck. They're get out of here.
Yeah, they were like work specific clothing though.
Right.
But yeah, so that's true. You did see some of that sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about the civilian population. I'm talking about the non-officer crewman population.
Yeah, you think there'd be a lot.
There would be a lot. There should be about, on a ship of 400, like 300 of them should be non-officers.
300.
But are you basing that mainly on like the shirt they were wearing or the stripes
Yes,
on the
on all of
sleeves
that.
or what? Which one?
On all of that.
Okay. So, I mean, maybe a lot of those people, Steve, were wearing the shirts and that, but had no stripes anywhere.
Maybe, but that's not the case.
Bars anywhere.
If you all of the characters you interact with and all the characters you see in the background are Starfleet officers, except with
based upon
their clothing and their insignia. And in the next gen, they literally have their pips on their collar, so you know exactly what their rank is.
Maybe the engineering's so good they don't need them. They don't need anybody fixing anything, or just random up.
It's all about costume.
Yeah, that's the real thing.
Right. So sometimes I just figured there was no non-com distinction. But then why is there a Chief Petty Officer O'Brien?
He was awesome, man. I love that character. I'm so happy he went to Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Yes, more O'Brien.
What was your favorite O'Brien episode on Deep Space Nine?
O'Brien.
Woof. It might be the one where he comes back from something and everyone's acting weird, and you think that everyone's been taken over, but it was flipped.
It was him that was
like,
wrong.
Oh, man.
No, that's a good episode.
It was sad at the end, man. It's like it's such a that was one of the best O'Briens for sure. In my book, such a great series. If you haven't seen Deep Space Nine more than once, if you saw it once when it came out or years ago, and you think Deep Space Nine,
no, it's a good watch.
It again.
But that's why I appreciate
would put it up there with Next Gen.
Good world building, and like Tolkien wrote 10 times as much world building background as the novels themselves.
Yeah.
And sure, it's a lot of work, but I'm not saying everyone has to be at Tolkien level. But
you don't have to make a language.
You got to, I make multiple languages, but you got to do that kind. If you're world building, you got to freaking world build. You can't just wing it.
Yeah.
That was my problem with a Harry Potter series, where the world building was okay, but she did not have shit nailed down, and she clearly was a paucity of world building. She kind of was doing it as she went along, and it was kind of obvious. And
you forget a lot. I mean, it's a kids, quote unquote, kids movie.
It's hard to even watch Potter.
Potter.
Goddamn.
Potter.
Yeah, I don't know what the new series is going to be like.
I appreciate good world building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then people made the mistake of reading the Silmarillion. I mean, it is hard to read.
Was good background world building. It was hard to read as a novel.
I mean, it's like reading the Bible.
That's like
yes, it was like reading the Bible.
Like, oh God, he begat him, and he begat that, and he begat. It's like, okay, I don't give a shit.
So wait, so the Delta Flyers podcast they do a review of every episode, like of Deep Space Nine. Wow, that might have been interesting. Damn.
You know what the Delta Flyer is from?
Yeah. Voyager.
Paris.
That's another one I've only seen like really once all the way through. It's been many years. There was some really good episodes, but also kind of.
Well, here's another thing.
And the whole Chakotay thing is a.
I know. How do shuttles go at warp speed?
Well, they got two nacelles. They got dilithium.
Do they? Where's the matter-antimatter core?
The problem is, Steve, that especially on classic Trek, there's no room for any mechanisms anywhere. It's like
it's just
space,
two nacelles. Where's the matter-antimatter? Where are the warp engines?
It's way too.
And they're zipping along at warp 2 or 4 or whatever.
Especially the original series. If you look at Deep Space Nine shuttles, and they had more of a variety of shuttles, there was more room.
You could imagine that behind that door there was some kind of mini warp engine.
It wasn't. I mean, the original series these shuttles were so bizarre because if you look at it from the outside and then you look at the set on the inside, they don't work because from the outside you could never fit all those people in there and have it was like the TARDIS, so it's like bigger on the inside than you could tell from the outside. It was so low budget. It's so hard to even.
And they don't even they never discuss it. I would love them to say, okay, so the shuttles can only go this warp because they're using fusion engines, and you can't get beyond that with anything more than a fusion. And they're built into the nacelles or whatever. Give me something, But it's just like this. Yeah, you say it's like a box with 2 nacelles going at warp speed. I mean, come on, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
If you could do that, then why do you have to have this monstrosity antimatter engine on the Enterprise?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's in the miniaturization would be kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many
Space minivan, Space Winnebago.
Yeah, it's basically like whatever the plot needs, they make it happen. Don't ask too many questions. But I mean, for a franchise like Enterprise, for like Star Trek, that's not acceptable.
I wish that they made and showed the captain's shuttle in Next Gen.
Yeah,
they had designs, and they were planning on doing something with the captain's shuttle, which is like an Uber shuttle. And from what I remember, it was pretty cool, but never got there.
They mentioned the captain's shuttle in Voyager.
Oh,
Janeway had it. Janeway had a captain's shuttle. Yeah.
Captain.
And why aren't the shuttles fighters? Strap a freaking phaser on those things, and you have
put a gun
you could
on it.
swarm, the enemy with a bunch of fast, small, shielded, phaser shooting shuttles. All right, whatever.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of like drone tech, right? Like,
Nothing. Don't get me started on robots and drones.
Don't get me started.
Don't get me started.
Oh,
It's so watching the original series again, which I did recently. It is so cassette punk.
Yeah,
it is the epitome of cassette punk. It really is. It's kind of awesome in that way if you look at it that way. It's also ridiculous, but it is absolutely cassette punk.
Here's one of my favorite Enterprises. This is the Enterprise.
That's the J.
Enterprise J, which was barely hinted at in an Enterprise
Yeah.
series episode. This one is the Enterprise D would take up maybe a third of the nacelle. I mean, maybe this big. This, as according to the stats on this guy, the Enterprise J could travel to other galaxies. It was so huge. I forget the speed. The speeds, of course, had to be ridiculous in order to get to other galaxies, right? But I mean, it was just like such a cool. It's an interesting design. I don't mind this design. It's fun. But my other favorite one is from Voyager. Steve, you'll remember this from Voyager. Yeah, this one here with the four nacelles. This looks a lot better than the triple nacelles on.
I agree.
This one is beautiful. The other
I like even numbered nacelles.
Yeah, the other interesting thing about this is that this ship can split into 3 ships. So the bottom section, you can see here, the bottom section comes down, can detach with these 2 nacelles. The middle piece can detach with the other 2 nacelles. And then I was thinking, well, what about the top piece? There's no nacelles, and there is. If you look really close, you see in here, that's a warp nacelle right there. So this piece would be warp capable as well. Can't be nearly as fast as these guys.
Of course.
But at least it could hit warp. So
that's a nice ship. I like it.
And of course, the primary hull shape was really cool. I like that delta shape. It's just a beautiful ship. And this, for a time, this was the fastest ship in the fleet. And this is the first ship that that Voyager contacted because it was so far in the outskirts. They were able to contact it, and that was a fun episode. So
seems like a lot of points of failure when you're going warp. Have it be separable in 3 places. I don't know.
Yeah, but imagine a couple of powerful ships are coming against you, or even more, and all of a sudden you could split this into 3.
I mean, yeah, there's
that could fight in a coordinated way.
There's a value to that, certainly.
Yeah. I mean, this ship could probably, I would think, could maybe take out the D in a battle if it's split into 3 separate ships. I don't know. Interesting simulation to run.
Or instead of 8 shuttles, you have 8 fighters. That can also function perfectly well as shuttles.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. They could have at least, I like how, all right, they had a reason why there's not a lot of genetic modification of humans, right? Because of Khan, that whole thing. They could have done a similar thing with robots if they wanted to limit the number of robots in their world building. Rather than just
Picard
not
season
having
1 tried to handle the whole android thing,
Yeah.
right? The soon positronic androids. But I mean, that was
But
kind of
that's
unsatisfying.
yeah, it's very. It doesn't tell you why there aren't just. We have Roombas today. Why aren't there Roombas walking around the ship? You know what I mean? Just there should be more robots around.
Yeah,
I
and
love the fact though that the in
Starfleet Academy.
Enterprise,
Oh, Enterprise.
the doctor what was the species name of the doctor?
Um,
I forget.
Ah.
He said, "Yeah, we have genetic engineering. We just did it right, and we're fine. You know, we just regulated it. It worked out great. Now we're all
I love it.
superior to yeah.
I love it.
They're totally
I can't
Just a
imagine.
little eugenics.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. I mean, having the command of the genome that they must have in the Enterprise
Yeah.
era, to not do some type of augmentation, to me is just like ridiculous. It's like that.
right.
I mean, it'd have to be a cultural level thing that would prevent
Top
them
down imposition.
Denobulan,
from
yep,
doing it. It
Denobulan.
would just like some disaster. That
Denobulan.
kind of makes sense culturally, but still, you'd have offshoots. Some civilizations. Well, there was an episode. Steve, you remember episode from Next Gen? Was it the Masterpiece Society, where it was an entire colonized planet from Earth? They were all like everyone was a super genius because they were augmented in some way. I think that was a fun episode.
Mm-hmm.
Master class. I forget the name of the episode, but
Yeah.
that was fun. But yeah, there's not enough of that shit.
All right, so we
Yep.
were almost out of content, and then somebody brought up Star Trek.
Oh boy.
Um,
And then it never ends.
they did it on purpose.
And
Yeah,
it
I gotta head
never
out.
ends.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it. Yeah, I
You got to
go.
get prepping.
All right. So we'll
Thank
see
you,
guys
everybody, for
maybe
being
from
here.
Down Under. Again,
Hopefully.
we're basically off everything next week.
Right. Look for
Yeah.
some new AQ6.
The
AQ6
AQ6
should
coming
be
out.
coming out. Political reality stuff is coming
Mhm.
out.
Book tickets and come to Sydney or New
Yeah.
Zealand if you want. LA, last
or
minute.
LA.
It's a couple seats right next to me. You could sit
got-
right next to me.
You got nothing else to do. There's the new season of Silos coming out. If it's not
Oh.
already dropped.
It's out. I saw the first episode.
Oh
already.
my
Oh, really?
god! So maybe we'll watch that tonight. But also, if you haven't watched Widow's Bay, fantastic first season.
Very good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Highly recommended.
Yeah, Widow's Bay. Yeah, Widow's Bay. Good creepy show. And we watched the movie Obsession.
Oh, yeah.
Highly
Steve, I watched
recommended.
it. I watched it. Oh,
Isn't
here we
that
go. Another
great?
tangent. Steve, holy crap! I keep been thinking about it every day since I watched it. It's like, damn.
It was good.
Whew.
Yeah,
Yep.
acting was really, really good. Very good. Another
Fan-
creepy horror. Love
Creepy,
it.
yeah, very creepy horror.
Creepy.
And it's actually the most profitable movie ever made because it was made for under $1 million and it has grossed worldwide over $400 million. It's like
Wow.
crazy.
Well, it just shows you like
That looks
you don't need a $250 million blockbuster budget to make a good movie. You need good writing and good acting, basically. If you got those two things, you could have a very low budget movie that just tells a good, interesting story.
Yeah.
And it could be a sensation.
It's simple. It's a monkey paw wish story. That's all it
Yeah.
is. We've all seen it a million times, but and there's no big twist. Like, holy crap! I never thought. It's just like it was just keeps you engaged. Creepy as shit. Good actors.
But couldn't it have used more explosions?
Sheep Detectives was good too. I did see that recently with my
Which one?
daughter.
Sheep Detective?
Sheep Detectives.
Really?
Yeah.
What genre is
Never
that?
seen it.
It's just watch it. It's a good movie.
Okay.
It's a family movie, Bob. The
Family?
Sheep Detectives. Yeah.
Family.
All right.
Family.
Is that a foreign
Um,
concept to you?
No,
Yeah.
but it lowered it a couple notches in my interest. But okay.
GTA 6 in November. There's no shot. No shot. Gamers copium. Complete. We'll see.
GTA 6. I'm playing
What are you playing? Yep.
Subnautica 2
Oh.
Oh yeah, you
with
talked
my
about that on
daughter,
Zoom,
and we actually
Multiplayer.
played through the content that they've dropped so far. It's a beta release, and it's co-op, right? So it's the first co-op version, and it's a lot of fun. It's good. I like what they did, but we kind of burned our way through what they've dropped already, so we have to wait now. It's going to be like 2 years before the full version comes out.
Oh jeez,
Yeah.
what the hell, man?
Yeah, they do that. I mean, I don't
That's
know.
what they did
It
last
builds
time.
interest. It builds interest at least. Subnautica is pretty good. Last one was good.
It's a good game.
It's good. It's fun.
It's basically like this indie game. The indie games are all the best, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
it is true.
Medieval Dynasty is a fun game. Small.
I know a game that we should make the rogues play. Mecha Chameleon. If anybody knows what that game is.
Mecha Chameleon. I haven't heard of it.
Very popular right now. It's like a very small like not co-op but like a multiplayer game where you're a little character. You have to hide and you have to paint yourself into the scenery so that you stay hidden and somebody hunts you. It's pretty fun. It blew up as of the last couple weeks.
We should vibe code our own game.
We should vibe code it.
I vibe coded my first app.
I know he did.
Week.
Yeah,
and it works fine.
app.
It's great. It's like a little storefront for us.
Little ping pong.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should. See, we got one taker. All right, maybe we'll do a community game day when we come back. I've tried, but I haven't tried my. Oh yeah, it looks fun. All right. Well, I think that's it. That's all. We'll see you in the down under.
All right.
Down,
see you
everybody.
On the flip.
Bye,
flip, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. Toodaloo. See you later. Bye-bye. I don't know. There's no audio playing to the last outro. There's no what? Well, anyway, this is not the actual outro, but we're not doing an outro. So I'll see you later. Goodbye. We'll see you in the flip flop. Bye. I can't believe Jay told them about the secret. Our secret. He let